There was a time when the world felt slower, when dinner meant everyone sat at the same table, when children disappeared outside after breakfast and only came home when the streetlights came on. A time before passwords, before notifications, before every moment became something to post online. And if you're over 60, you remember that world. You remember riding your bike without fear. You remember mothers calling from the front porch. You remember fathers who rarely said, "I love you," but showed it every single day. Back then, we didn't realize we were living through something special. We thought it would last forever. But now, most of that world exists only in memory. And tonight, we're going back there, not just to remember the past, but to remember who we were. Because maybe the greatest thing our generation ever had was each other. What you're about to remember may bring tears to your eyes. Do you remember when summer felt endless? Our fathers belonged to a different era. Many had served in wars. Many worked jobs that destroyed their backs, hands, and knees. They woke up early, worked long hours, came home exhausted, and still found a way to provide. They weren't perfect. Most weren't emotional. Many struggled to express affection, but they carried responsibility like it was sacred. You didn't hear them complain much. They just kept going, even when life hurt, even when money was tight, even when nobody thanked them. Looking back now, you realize how much pressure they carried silently. And maybe the older we get, the more we become like them. Strong on the outside, worried on the inside, trying our best not to let our families down. Some of those fathers are gone now, and what we wouldn't give to hear their voice one more time, to ride in the truck beside them again, to ask the questions we were too young to ask, to say thank you. Young love felt slower and somehow more real. There was something beautiful about love before technology. You had to call the house phone and pray her father didn't answer. You wrote letters, passed notes, waited days just to see someone, and somehow that waiting made love feel bigger, more meaningful, more real. We slow danced at school gyms, held hands at drive-in theaters, listened to songs that still carry memories today. One song, and suddenly you're 17 again. You remember the perfume, the smile, the heartbreak, the girl you thought you'd marry, or maybe the one you actually did marry. Back then, relationships weren't perfect, but people fought to stay together because commitment meant something. And deep down, many of us still miss that world. Somewhere along the way, the world became less personal. There was a feeling back then, a feeling that's hard to explain. Maybe it was hope. Maybe it was community. Maybe it was simply human connection. People talked face to face. Front porches mattered. Churches were full. Families gathered for holidays. And most important moments happened without cameras. Not everything was better. Every generation struggles. But there was a kind of closeness that feels rare today. Children respected older people. Friendships lasted decades. And people weren't constantly distracted. Now, restaurants are silent. Families sit together staring at screens. Children grow up faster. Neighbors barely know each other. And many older men quietly wonder, what happened to the world we knew? This is the chapter of life nobody prepares men for. One day, you realize the people from your youth are disappearing. Old classmates, neighbors, brothers, friends. The guys you laughed with for hours, the guys who stood beside you when life got hard. Suddenly, their names appear in obituaries, and each loss feels like a piece of your own history fading away, because they weren't just people. They were witnesses to your life. They remembered who you were before responsibilities, before aging, before loss. Pause. And maybe that's why nostalgia hits harder after 60, because memory becomes sacred. It becomes proof that those moments mattered, that those people mattered, that we mattered. Nobody tells you how strange aging feels. Inside, you still feel young. You still remember your first car, your first paycheck, your wedding day, holding your child for the first time. And then one day, you look in the mirror and see your father staring back. Time is mysterious that way. It moves slowly while we live it, then suddenly, entire decades are gone. But there's something powerful about growing older. You begin to understand what truly matters, not status, not trends, not internet arguments, but love, family, friendship, purpose, and the quiet moments we once rushed past. Maybe our generation wasn't perfect, but we experienced something rare. We lived through the final years of an unplugged world, a world where people looked each other in the eye, where memories lived in our hearts instead of phones, where children knew freedom, and where life, though imperfect, often felt real. If you're over 60 watching this tonight, I hope you remember something important. Your life mattered. Your generation mattered. The sacrifices you made mattered. And the memories you carry, they are treasures. Because one day, future generations may never fully understand the world we came from, but we do. And as long as we remember it, a part of that world is still alive. So tonight, maybe close your eyes for a moment. Think about the old neighborhood, the bicycle, the music, the laughter, the people you loved, and the young man you once were. He's still in there. Thank you for taking this journey with me. And if this video brought back memories for you, tell us where you grew up and one thing from the old days you miss the most. Because the stories of our generation deserve to be remembered.